Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. I'm going to be showing a lot of new people to the train simulator community how to drive a very advanced locomotive. For example, I'm going to be using the Caledonia Works LNER A3 Pacific locomotive that was just released. A brilliant model, by the way. Definitely worth getting. I'll leave a link in the description. Just a few things before we go into this video. There'll be more how-to videos coming up soon. Number two, for anyone who's been waiting for the next episode of Space Invaders, the episodes are coming out, but they are going to be very slow. This is due to the fact that I have recently taken a new role on at my work, so we'll see how things go. Number three, I am currently dealing with a lot of things at the moment, personal and otherwise hobby-wise, due to the fact that both my engines at the moment are away having repairs or changes done to them, which will be filmed very soon when we go to Southport on the 28th and 29th. The other thing, video-wise, for time-lapse videos, like you saw of the Mega Shunt video, which was, for those of you who like accuracy, I do apologise. It was inaccurate, but there were reasons for it. I thought I'd put some colour into the video with an EMT shunter and with some different rakes of coaches. Now, I apologise if that doesn't suit everyone. I will definitely try to sort it out as we go through the videos, and I will try and get more of my driver's point of view videos out. On to Elite Dangerous. As most of you realise, I did some Elite Dangerous streams and videos a couple of years ago. They're going to put my teeth in. They're going to be coming back very soon. I just need to finish recording them and actually editing them, so I can be bothered. So, without further ado, I will just get into what we're going to do. So I'm going to load a route at random, and I will show you how to drive and fire a locomotive without breaking it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay guys, welcome back to the Merlin Light Railway for our little how-to video. As you can see, I'm not sure when the last time I recorded or streamed on here. Things have changed a little bit. We've got the diesel area over there with two HST power cars which are due to go off for refurbishment. We've then got the teak set which is awaiting another loco after this run, and we've got the set that we're taking. And a person's head. Okay. So we've got LNER A3 flying Scotsman 4472. This will be our test loco for this entire session. So I'm only going to show you how to prep this engine, how to run it, and just to get the best out of it. So without further ado, we'll get on with it. So one of the things you would do, you know, if this was real life, is obviously to go around checking the oiling points and all that, which, you know, we don't need to do that. So we'll hop onto the footplate. So here we are, and a few things we have to do before we can set off is we need to check the fire. We've got 661 pounds of coal in there. I'm going to put a bit more on. We then have this loco is air brake, so this is the only brake lever for the loco, at least for this variant. This is the 1997 to 2006 variant of Scotsman in the pack. There'll be a review on this pack coming out quite soon, hopefully in the next few days. So we're also going to put the engine into gear. That's by pressing E and taking the catch off, and then using W to put it into forward gear, and then putting the catch back down with E again. So we're going to take, once we've done that, we're also going to put some more coal on fire. That will get us raging. We're already blowing off. Now, you don't have to do the extra bits, but I'm actually doing it in this video. But I always like to play it by realistic standards. So there you go, we've got a bit more on. We're also going to do an injector test, so if I just pull the left, that's wrong, it should be that one, but it's close enough. And then test the injector. And we're now letting cold water into the boiler. And it does go up with a gauge. I actually use the F5 hook for this, so that works. And we'll just test the left one. And if you look over the side, you'll see some steam, that's the injector working. So these both work. That's fine. And that pang pang you hear is actually the air brakes on the locomotive. It's a Westinghouse pump, which you do see on a few locomotives. You see it on the Y14 and the B12 in Norfolk, and a few other locomotives. But we'll leave it for another video. So now we've done that, we're going to open up the ejector. That allows us to blow the brake off. And then, once we've done the check, I should also mention before we leave, we will put the dampers on, just a bit. Which will be, I'm assuming, on the fireman side. So we're going to just check that we can leave. Clear my side. Pumping the regulator, because this is a real locomotive, so you'll need to pump the regulator so you can get the locomotive to move slowly until you get that biting feel you feel in a car. Another thing you want to be doing is you want to be keeping an eye on the steam pressure, and then you want to open the drain cock. So you don't have to do this, obviously. You know, this lane, it's not that advanced as far as I'm aware. Always could be, but I haven't checked. I haven't got that far yet in the review. But that is a feature on some locomotives. If you actually don't open the cinder cock when you first try to move it and don't warm them up and blow the condensate out, they'll explode. And then you'll lose power, and then the engine will be a write-off. So we're just going to move about the yard. We're going to go pick up the set here, and we're only going to go as far as the looping system. So you can just get a quick feel for the Loco, because this is only meant to be a quick video. It's not meant to be that advanced. Get a few more on. The blower on. Fasten the signal box. Merlin Light Railway does have its own A3, which is currently being restored, but which is not currently being restored. It's going to have a livery restoration, which you would have seen. So we're just going to stop here. What's the report? Shouldn't have put the brakes on that hard, but I was also texting, which you can hear from the boing to a friend of mine. So we're here now. We're gonna just put us into reverse gear. There we are. Now we're in reverse. I'm going to set points so we can roll back onto the stock. And then later on you'll also see a few other you might see a few other things come up on the Merlin Files playlist, but that's yet to be seen. So you can't actually see the signal from here. I've had to actually hop out of the Loco. I think I might be a bit far away, so we'll just open the regulator. Gonna open for me, please? These don't always work, so there we go, it's worked. So it's pulled it off. There's our token system, so we have actually got the token just by going up to it. Tea has been drank, so we're just going to roll back now onto the stock, ready for our train. Also, this is going to get remodeled at some point in the near future. I was making a new route, but I'm actually going to remodel this. Or I might make a new route anyway. Slow down, we don't want to repeat a certain Scotsman accident, which I won't name. Everyone was fine from that, by the way. Okay, we've stopped a bit short, but that's okay, because what I will do is I'll go here. So when coupling up, you want to be cautious. Come on. So we'll just couple up, and then I'll show you how the locomotive will react differently when on the move. And then that's all you will need. There will be longer videos in the future, but... And there we go. That's that. We're now onto the coaches. And there we go. So now I'm going to put us in neutral gear, stop us rolling. We'll auto couple because I've used Control, Shift and C. So remember that if you want a quick coupling, always Control, Shift, that's one button. So we are now coupled to our coaches, and we will also now get... What are we? No, we're not. Wide... Oh no. Not this glitch again, come on. I'm not in gear. Seriously, you're not going to connect for me? It's alright, this happens. There we go. I wasn't quite close enough. But there used to be a glitch, I'm not sure if it's still around, where the coaches from AP wouldn't actually work. But that does. So there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I will open break the ejector, and I will just show you how the locomotive will respond. So if I take that off, and the gauge over here you'll see will rise and fall. I'll just put brakes on. Or that one, in fact. Oh no, that's our brake gauge. There's a lot of things about the A3 I'm actually still learning for this model, because this is the first proper LNER Pacific we've had for the game, apart from the Raven A2, which is quite a good model in its own right. There we go, stop that. So now we are actually all sorted. I will actually take a photo of that for reasons. Thank you. So we'll put it into gear, we'll get our passengers, and I'll take us up as far, well, actually no, this doesn't even need to be passenger because it is a test train, just for this thing, so I'll put some more fire on, and then we will make our way on the move. Right, just gonna do that. We'll go to 720 on the fire mass. You want to keep your fire mass, if it's heritage, I believe 800 to 900. Which would be a very accurate pressure for the locomotive on a heritage railway line. So we've got 700 now, and I can still feed that whilst we're on the move. So I'll just let it power that last bit in. There we go. So there we go. So we have got the green light all the way out of Prophecy. So without further ado, we'll get underway. Right away, driver. Here! Whoa, easy. You might have seen I did that on purpose, just to demonstrate that sometimes these engines will slip. Doesn't matter how advanced they are, they will slip, and it depends on the load you've got as well. Don't need them anymore. Shut that. Now, you should only be, when you're leaving stations, you want to have it between 10 miles an hour, 10 to 15, I believe it's 10, but if it's passing then I believe it's 15. That just makes sure that, in real life or virtually, if you play by those rules, you won't actually kill anyone if they fall off the platform. So, because I can no longer see, the fireman will be doing that job, but I'm taking it via guesswork, and I'm going to say when we hit the 25 marker we can actually accelerate. You might be seeing I'm actually using the chime a lot more than you know, than more like, but that's me. I like the chime. There we go, we can start accelerating now, over the crossing. Crossing barriers are down, but we use the whistle board anyway. So now we're going to accelerate our way up to the next one, which will be Red Rose, I believe. You actually hear the engine torque more, the engine pulling harder on the coaches, because it is a slight gradient miss. A 1 in 165, which isn't heavy in the Loco, but and you know it means we're having, you know, on a steeper gradient like a 1 in 90 or 1 in 100, the engine's gonna be working hard, you know, from every let's say half a mile, it's gonna be asking the driver to do more and more. So now I've put 76 pounds on the fire. So now I'll just rip the regulator open, and now the engine will be able to torque. Whistle! And then leave the regulator open enough just to keep the train rolling. There we go. So we're now approaching, so I'll actually knock off the regulator and open up the ejector again, because we're about to stop at the station. I'm actually approaching a little bit fast here, but I'm going to stop because the gradient will actually slow me down. I was approaching fast due to me not paying enough attention, which I've just shown there. So now we're on the gradient, so the water level will change. Making sure this actually fits. Yep. Happy, happy, happy. Keep going, come on. Come on. And I'll just stop us about here. Sometimes if you have a longer train, you want the engine to be off the edge of the platform. But if you have a shorter train, then having it in the platform really doesn't matter that much. Stop there. There we go. I've stopped the injector now. And I'm also going to shut that. There we go. So, this is where you want to be roughly when you stop your train, because you don't want the locomotive to be actually on the platform. And as you saw when we took the climb out of Prophecy, the engine was having to work hard, just a little bit harder, just to keep up on the gradient. But now we're going to do another gradient, and then you're going to see just how hard this engine really has to work. Because, you know, for an engine like this, you know, they're really meant for the main line, not small heritage railways. But it's always nice to see them on these lines. So, let's get going. Right away! Now, it may slip here because this is on a gradient. I'm going to open the regulator a bit more. Just a bit more. And there we go. So we've just slipped there, just getting away from the station. So the engine is trying to get its feet on the ground at the moment, trying to get grip. Crossing clear. As you can now hear, the engine's having to work harder. It's having to pull the coaches up here with a lot of oomph. One of the things you want to do when you've got this all set up, I'll just ease back a bit, is you want to make sure you're feeding it the correct amount of coal and all that. You want to make sure that when you're on the move, depending on what engine it is, because Great Western ones are like this as well, you want to make sure you shut off your ejector, it uses steam, and you also want to make sure your brakes are running. Another thing you do is the reverser here changes the valve timing in the cylinder. So when you get going faster, it's going to make the locomotive more efficient. But when you're doing the slower speeds, you don't want it too far back where the locomotive doesn't have hasn't got the strength to pull the coaches up the hill. So you want to make sure that you've got an equal balance. I apologise for this, it's lagging just due to the fact that we're loading things in. One thing you want to look out for when you are driving, you want to look out for the whistle boards on a railway, because that will indicate a crossing or an area where you can't actually see past the engine. You can actually see the engine's actually losing pressure now. That's because we're going that bit faster, because I'm not feeding it as much. So the engine's having to, it's using more steam up, which is okay, because when we go over the climb, she won't have to work as hard. Better to make sure those points are set on the top. Which they now are. That's a whistle board. Now I'm going to ease off because we've now got the section where we need to exchange tokens. So I'm going to ease off. And that was a distance signal, meaning the next one is possibly going to be at danger. And as you can see, we're actually slowly approaching the loop now. Which you'll see a lot of action going on in the next few days, because in the next few weeks, because when I'm actually on and free, we are going to have quite a lot of changes to Merlin. I'm just going to give a bit more of a pull, because we're probably going to stall otherwise. Just shut the ejector so then we can glide into it. There we go, the signal's just gone green. So the signalman would obviously walk out here and stand there with the token, whereas we're representing him with the Great Western style, I believe. So now I'm going to shut the door, and I'm going to get some water in. So now we're actually coasting at the moment, because we are actually in a 10-mile-an-hour zone. So there we go, we've got our token, and we've exchanged it, so now, and if there was a train going the other way, which there isn't today due to maintenance, then they would take that token, and that would ensure their security on the line. So I'll actually stop the video when we get to the signal, because then I'll be able to just end it there and hopefully see if you guys want more videos like this. And there is a tutorial video not a tutorial, a review coming out for this class of engine. So I'll just stop here. And there we go. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this. If you are very interested in seeing any more videos on any more certain classes of engine, or just want to see more reviews, please do leave a comment, like and subscribe to the channel. There are going to be more coming, so now, with your very, very well taken care of by this video, with anything you need to do with this pack or any other locomotive, we will see you later.